Let's talk about some other vexatious claims. It tends to happen quite a lot when President Trump talks.
Surely not.
He was at a rally in Pennsylvania yesterday talking about his visits to the UK, to Britain, Great Britain, they call it sometimes, England, a small part of it. We'll come to that. But apparently, because, of course, we all are led to believe that he kept the Queen waiting.
Because you say that's not true, so he's his own fake news.
Well, but some of it's true and some of it isn't true, which is what you normally get with Donald Trump. He did not meet with the Queen for an hour. It was 40 minutes, but he's right in this, 10 minutes longer than it was supposed to have been. So...
he said it was supposed to be 15 minutes, though, so that makes it...
Well, he's a liar.
It's as simple as that for you, Jackie, is it? Yeah.
And you know, we'd forgotten how ignorant he was when he came to the UK, and now he's reminded us again, of course. But more fundamentally than that, you know, this constant calling of the news fake is a fundamental undermining of the democratic principles of the US. And earlier on in the day, his spokesperson was challenged on several occasions, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, to say, do you really think the media is the enemy of the people? And she would not say that she didn't believe that. That is a really that's a dangerous place to put yourself.
I suppose the issue is that also people just don't know, they just don't trust anything then, do they? Because everything's getting...
That's what he wants to
It's
criticised,
very easy, isn't it, for him to turn around and be the loudest and shout in the most grand way. I was being very sort of flippant when I was talking about Britain, the UK. What do you make of the way he just flippantly throws out these things that he's kind of brushing over in terms of detail, which, of course, is hugely insulting to everybody here in the UK?
Well, to be fair to Donald Trump, and I do sometimes like to be fair to Donald Trump, Americans do have a problem, and I think some people in this country... You said, what is the difference between the United Kingdom and Great Britain? A lot of people wouldn't be able to explain that. And most Americans do call the whole country England, which, of course, offends people in Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland.
But that's the last thing you need the President to be saying, isn't it? I mean, he should have people... He's just been meeting the Queen.
He's got no filter,
before, in his interview with Piers, that they'd already discussed this, and he obviously still hasn't got exactly which bit is which and what it refers to.
I think what Donald Trump suffers from is fake memory syndrome, where he remembers something, but he remembers it in his own way.
His version of it.
He convinces himself that he's right. Even... It's like when he said that he predicted the result of the Brexit referendum because he was over in Scotland the day before the referendum. It turned out, as we all know now, and it's easy to fact-check, that he was here the day after the referendum.
Lots of people who are liars think they're telling the truth. It doesn't stop them being liars, does it?
No, I'm not saying that.
And sadly, very successful politicians along the way as well, and you know, in all walks of life.
Who just happen to be in incredibly powerful positions.
I don't think most... No, this is the point. I don't think most politicians are liars.
Do you not?
Even when I disagree with them, I don't think they lie instinctively like Donald Trump does. I think that's different.
I had to spend 2 hours presenting a live radio show on College Green outside Parliament with a protester about 10 yards behind me shouting, "All politicians are liars," literally for 2 hours without stopping. So that is a phrase that means a lot to me.
Resonates. It's a shiver down your spine.
Very endearing. Chills,
God,
yeah. Jackie, Ian, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.